Dear learners, I, Dr. Asutosh Mohan, Associate Professor at Institute of Management Studies, Banaras Hindu University, would like to introduce the second session of our marketing course, The Art and Science of Marketing from Basics to Breakthrough. We already reached in the ninth week where we are discussing the designing and managing the value networks and the channel. Now the session 2 or lecture 2 of this week 9 is specifically going to discuss the types of distribution channels available for any marketer to go for. What are the different pros and cons related with both those different types of marketing channels, and how the different organizations are adopting these channels for their own benefit. Own benefit means the benefit of market, the benefit of customer, which reflects in terms of earning more and more profit. That's why I mentioned the own benefit of marketer. This own benefit of marketer will reflect only if the customer are satisfied. So let's start with the objective of our session or this particular lecture. Two different objectives. The first objective, identify and differentiate major types of marketing channel. That is what the title of lecture is altogether. Then we try to understand the role of each channel play in product accessibility and brand control. And finally, we try to analyze the advantages and limitation, that is pros and cons related with each channel or each channel type which we need to understand. Let's start with a story, the story of Mamaearth, which we already covered in our different lectures in past modules. But here I want to introduce this story in relation with the channel strategy, in relation with the understanding the types of channel which can be used by an organization to leverage the market conditions. So Mamaearth, every one of us know that they begin with D2C brand, selling exclusively online. But with the rise in demand, they expanded to the modern trade. So they keep on selling to Reliance Smart and even the different pharmacy shops. So result, they are able to reach wider audience. Convenience they provided might be many customers are not good to go for online sources to purchase the Mamaearth product, and they increase the brand trust because more visible the brand is, people usually perceive that this brand is working well. That is why it's available on different channels. This is a common perception which customers usually carry in his or her mind. So what's the learning? So learning is choosing the right combination of channel is key to scalable distribution. What does it mean? It means you need to learn with the changes at the marketplaces. You need to understand the demand and supply gaps. You need to understand the availability of different channels, and accordingly you have to think how to scale, how to grow further and grow in such a manner that it provides value to the market. This is again a understanding, or better to say a designing as an art, and selecting the channel is a scientific process through which the value delivery to the markets is possible. Now what are the different types of distribution channel? There are basically two different mechanisms to define or categorize the distribution channel. One mechanism talks in terms of whether it's a direct channel or indirect channel or the combination of the same, whereas the other mechanism talks about the length in terms of vertical channel or horizontal channel. We will try to find out details of each and every categorization. What actually we mean by direct channel, it's mentioned it's manufacturer to customer, which we call D2C, and this channel was beautifully started a success journey by Dell Computers throughout the globe. Then we have the indirect channel, that is manufacturer to wholesaler, retailer, customer. That is a orthodox traditional kind of channel which we keep on witnessing for by and large majority of the products in India or even in abroad. Hybrid is a new mechanism, a new way of working where we are trying to have presence in both the channels, whether it's a direct, whether it's a indirect. So organizations are trying to make their presence more visible. They try to offer from each and every possible options available in their hand. This may be termed as a omni-channel experience if it follows a specific conditions. So it's a mix. Nike sells both in store and online. Now few more options, few more things are developing where we are talking beside these three basic category, we are talking about the reverse channel. Now this reverse channel is getting popularity, and this reverse channel is become a reality when the companies are offering lots of promotional schemes. Companies are offering the possibilities of returns in direct marketing or in online marketing effort, the e-commerce platforms. Now just think about the scrap policy announced by the government of India related with the automobiles. Don't you think this scrap policy will create a system, a channel where old cars are going to be handled by the retailers of a new car, the distributors of new car, and how they are reverting or how they are sending it back to convert into a scrap and obtain the value of a scrap. That gives a altogether a new possibility of a channel. So this reverse channel, this online channels are also creating lot of requirements, lot of different kind of skills, and that is why it can be categorized as a component or a category beyond these three traditional ones. There is another mechanism that is called vertical marketing channel or horizontal marketing channel. Now vertical marketing channel, horizontal marketing channel, what actually it is, we will look in next slides and try to understand, because vertical marketing channels are again having three possibilities. We will try to find out the detail in our next slides. So what is direct marketing channel? Direct marketing channel means no intermediaries. It's directly manufacturer to the consumer. We successfully notice the great success acquired by Dell with their mass customization effort, which is actually direct to consumer channel. So this direct to consumer channel popularized by different players, different market leaders, and adopted accordingly by different other players. So this direct marketing channel is having certain pros, certain advantage. For example, this direct marketing channel will have tighter control of manufacturer, no intermediary, no partner. So whatever you want to do, you can control it, you can do it. It may pass certain add-on values because you are eliminating the margins. So somehow you are able to provide certain benefits to the market to enhance the value proposition of your offer. Customer data, no intermediary, so you are directly capturing the customer data. that is good thing to go for, because nowadays data is an asset. Data is one of the big asset which every company want to hold. Now, what are the cons? What are the disadvantage? If you have this direct channel, it means your reach is somehow limited. And if you want to enhance your reach, then infrastructure cost will increase in multiple factors. So, if you have this capacity to invest, means the investment to create infrastructure for this direct channel, if you have capacity, then you can leverage. Otherwise, direct channels suffer a situation where their reach remains illimited. Their reach remains concentrated on certain segment and they can't move beyond that. This is one of the limitation. Let's move to the another category, indirect marketing channel. What exactly this is? This means you are using a traditional channel design. Different players, you remember we talked about the first level, second level and the third level distribution channel. It means from manufacturer to distributor to wholesaler to retailer and then to customer. So, different channel members are involved in this particular process, and this is one of the common channel design for all major FMCG players throughout the world. So, HUL in India is working in this manner. And if we talk about the pros and cons of this particular indirect marketing channel, whatever we discussed under the cons and pro of the direct, the reverse will be true for this indirect. So, cons are the company will have less control over the channel because lot of intermediaries are involved. So, you lose the control. You also lose the possibility of getting first hand information, and you also lose the possibility of offering certain more margin in terms of creating value for the customer. This is the disadvantage of indirect. What are going to be the advantage? Don't you think if you are taking help of your partner, you are simply making your reach much wider, which you cannot make individually or solely. So, your reach will be wider. Your local presence or local understanding by local partner will be much better than you as a centralized hub to deliver the product throughout every nook and corner. So, the localization, the local understanding of your partner to make you, to popularize you will be good, your reach will be wide, whereas your control over your intermediaries, the direct first hand information from the market and the possibility of passing certain margins to add value will dilute under this indirect channel. Now, let us come to the third option, that is hybrid channel, dual distribution. Now, hybrid channel is actually evolved to take benefit of both the direct and indirect channels. So, what they are doing? They are using more than one channel simultaneously. This is what hybrid is. We may find this model is getting very popular nowadays. Many of these Nike or Adidas or many other, even Bata is entering into the same domain, where you go to the Bata showroom and if you don't find any particular product, they will simply say just order it or just have this POS machine installed in this particular store, see what actually you are looking for and order it online. We ensure the delivery at your doorstep. So, this is happening and this is possible. So, benefits, it provides greater flexibility, it provides better access to the different market segment. But the problem, the one of the biggest problem, it may give rise to the conflicts among the different channel partners, because if you are not very much clear how to coordinate the different channel partners, then you will find there might be a possibility that the traditional channel members are having lots of problem with non-traditional, that is the direct channel movements, the direct channel policies. So conflicts, and how you are handling this conflict, that's a challenge. That's one of the disadvantage. If you handle the same, you must be a winner. But if you don't handle, then you are having a possibility to perish. This is one of the factor. Reverse channel. No need to explain. Reverse means flow of goods from consumer to manufacturer. So it is used in recycling, warranty, returns or resale. Apple iPhone trade-in program, different e-commerce return policies, very popular in terms of apparel e-commerce websites, where they have a very liberal kind of return policy, say Myntra or something like this. So this reverse logistic or the reverse flow of product, how actually you are managing, that is again creating a possibility to develop a new kind of channel. Yes or no? Definitely. Because if you are returning, in this case, even the flow of money will be forward, which I mentioned, it usually backward. Because when you are returning something, when you are exchanging something, or even when you are getting certain scrap value by recycling your product, so the channel member is actually paying to you. So money is flowing forward, your goods are flowing backward. That's what the beauty of reverse channel is. Now come to the next one, the most common and popular or getting popular nowadays, the digital channel. So e-commerce platforms, social commerce, the mobile apps, the example Meesho, Nykaa, Amazon, Flipkart, you name it, in every particular segment, even the travel booking, the tickets booking, everything we are performing through online mode. And this online is providing the biggest advantage of scalability, accessibility, convenience, and it is providing a kind of information, because whenever you are log in to any particular digital platform, you are leaving your digital footprint, and this digital footprint is actually a data set which you generated for organization to understand your behavior. So this is one of the asset which we already discussed. So digital footprints and evaluation of those digital footprint by the organization to customize their offer or personalize their offer, don't you think it's a big opportunity to encash for? And that's happening. That's what we are talking about, the big data. That's what we are talking about, the analytics. Everyone, everywhere, we are talking about these terms. Now come to the horizontal marketing channel. Now what is horizontal marketing channel? Horizontal marketing channel is actually a channel arrangement in which two or more companies at one level join together to follow a new marketing opportunity. What does it mean? It means, take an example, if insurance products are sellable from banking branch or bank branch, we call it bank insurance. But the same company is having bank, the same company, not the same company, a sister company or a wing of a bank having a separate identity is collaborating with the bank to sell the product from their bank branch. Don't you think it's a kind of horizontal marketing channel? A similar kind of association. We are finding shop-in-shop concept in different hypermarkets, where one particular brand is establishing shops or the stalls inside the shop and they are collaborating. So one brand establishing a stall or a shop, a small shop inside a big hypermarket, a big brand hypermarket, that is again a collaboration between similar kind of distribution channel members, and this is what horizontal marketing we are talking about. So shop in shop, that is happening. We are finding time to time even the big brands are using this particular phenomena and establishing their stalls, establishing their shop inside the big shop. This is happening and this is possible. Now what is vertical marketing channel? Now vertical marketing channel, when you try to integrate upward or downward, here when we are talking in terms of integration, it means the manufacturer is trying to inbuilt the downside or try to indulge into activities of distribution, and how they are doing these activities of distribution, whether individually or with the partners, and what kind of agreements they need to have for running this vertical integration. That is what vertical distribution channels are. Now they may have the different possibility. The vertical distribution channels may have different possibility. For example, we may have a corporate channel. It means it is a combination of successive steps. So now manufacturer is opening its own outlet to sell the product. So company owned, company run outlet by a manufacturer is a corporate channel. Tesla in several places doing the same, where Tesla owns the store, so that to make it clear or handle the cars as per the requirement and provide the different kind of services and information in a very standardized manner. So they are doing by themselves. This is corporate channel. Second one is contractual channel. It consists of independent firms at different level of production and distribution working together. That's what the distribution network and distribution network partners we are talking about. So how you are making a contract with them and how they are working with you under the different terms and condition as a partner of your distribution network, as a partner of your value delivery network. That is what contractual vertical channels are. The third one is administered channel. It means it coordinates the successive stages of operation through size and power by one of the parties. What does it mean? It talks about the reputation the party enjoys. Are you getting what I want to say? Just think about the power tactics used by the organization to control the channel. Now if you are having certain market leader position with certain iconic brand in your kitty, don't you think that organization will have a big negotiation power, and that organization may enjoy a kind of power where the distribution channel members feel obliged to be part of this manufacturer's distribution network? And if that organization is having this much of power, don't you think they try to control, guide and administer each and every activity of the distribution channel? So that depends on the strength, the market strength. Now just think reverse. This power is also possible to hold by a retailer. Think about Walmart, think about Reliance, think about any other big retailer. Now don't you think these retailers are such a big in size, they are having such power at the marketplace? If Reliance is saying we are not going to keep the product of company X because they are not moving in terms or they are not providing the margins as we wish for, don't you think any manufacturer will try to have a fight or bear the consequences of boycott of their product on the shelf of Reliance Retail or Walmart or any particular big retail, say Spencer or something like this? They can't. So, the negotiation, the power position you are holding, that is possible even by the retailer to administer the channel. That is possible, and that is happening. So whosoever is holding the power, they are actually guiding, they are actually administrating that particular channel, and this is what one of the component we are talking in terms of vertical marketing system. One very beautiful component of vertical marketing system, even though licensing is one option, franchisee is another option. Franchisee model is a type of contract or contractual vertical marketing channel, but this channel is having a beauty where franchisee holds certain right, but franchisor who provide this franchisee is having a very tight control over franchisee. So it's a contract between two party, and the contract, the provider, the franchisor tightly control the entire operation of franchisee to ensure the quality, the delivery of value in a constant or in a consistent form to the market altogether. Now, if we try to identify the types of intermediaries which we are encountering in our day-to-day life, we might not be thinking in terms of vertical or horizontal, we might not be thinking in terms of direct or indirect, but we must be knowing the elements present here. For example, we may have two types of intermediaries. One is called merchant, the other is called agent. Who is going to be merchant and who is going to be agent? Merchants are those parties or individual who actually owns the responsibility of product. They bear the risk of ownership. Those are merchant. Agents don't bear the risk of ownership. They simply serve as a facilitator to make the selling possible. They are not taking the ownership of any entity. They are not bearing any risk associated with the ownership. They are simply a mediator, a middleman who makes the selling possible. So agents not bearing the ownership, so not bearing the risk. Merchant taking the ownership and accordingly bearing the risk of ownership. Now these merchants can be further divided into two categories. One might be the wholesaler, the other might be the retailer. Just see, it's a wholesaler and retailer. Now wholesaler and retailer very much known to us, but again wholesaler and retailers may have a different categories. For example, we may have a full function wholesaler, a traditional kind of wholesaler known to us, very much familiar with every one of us. Every one of us keep on purchasing. Whenever we feel to purchase in bulk, we go to wholesale market. So every city, every locality may have certain kind of wholesaler. Whenever our intention is to purchase in bulk, we go to the full function wholesaler and get certain kind of benefit. By and large, if we purchase in bulk, then we get certain kind of discounts and we get better price and value enhancements. This is what full function wholesalers are. Then we are having converters and drop shippers. Now what is converters and what is drop shipper? Drop shipper concept seems to be a new one, or many of us might find it's a foreign concept, but it's happening in India. It's a reality in India. So converters, first we would need to understand the converter. What exactly converters are? Converters are those wholesalers who purchase in bulk from the manufacturer, and certain add-on processing is actually performed by this wholesaler. So they try to purchase maybe a semi-processed product, maybe a fully processed product, but say packaging or branding is under the control of wholesaler. So certain value additions are lying at the point of wholesaler, and this wholesaler is adding that value and converting the procured material into a sellable material That is what the job of converters are. And that is what we are finding now at big retailers, big organized retailer. They are also serving as a wholesaler, and in certain there we discussed the sponsorship under the branding decision, you remember. Now under the sponsorship we discussed there are different possibility. It may be a manufacturer brand, it may be a retailer's brand. Remember that? Now what is retailer's brand? Now this retailer, the organized retailer who is actually a wholesaler, purchase in bulk, then put it into the packs, the brand name of the retailer, and making it sellable through the shelf of the retail outlet. This is what converters might be, and this is happening. What about the drop shippers? Drop shippers is a kind of deviation from the traditional wholesaler. Drop shippers are actually not having any go down to keep the product, one of the distinction. They simply pick the material from the manufacturer or different other middlemen involved if the chain is long, and they simply deliver it to the retailers without moving the material into the go down and wait for the orders from the retailer. This is drop shipper. And this is again a reality. I tell you, in different sectors, for example in cement, in urea or different commodities, you may find there are different wholesaler or distributor who keep on collecting the orders from the retailer, and when they find the orders are sufficient enough to book the entire rack of train or racks of train, they book the entire racks of train, order it to manufacturer. When train arrives at the city, they simply ensure to place the trucks in the yard or go down of railway. The material is transferred from the train wagons, railway wagons to truck, and it is not moving to the go down or anything else, it is directly moving to the retailer's outlet. That is what drop shippers are, and it's happening. Now come to the retailers. Now retailers may have again two possibilities, small scale and large scale. Now small scale may have the unit store, that's what our nearby mom and pop stores which we are talking about, on which we are very frequent to visit for our day-to-day purchase. Then we have street traders and market traders. What's the difference between street trader and market trader? So our hawkers who are visiting to our doorstep, those are street traders. So we are getting vegetables, our daily supply, maybe bread, milk or something like this. They are simply shouting, and they are simply coming on their vehicle and selling the product at your doorstep. That is what street traders are. So they are highly agile, flexible and small in nature, very unstructured also. What about the market traders? We might be knowing in different cities, in different localities, there used to be a kind of weekly market. Say in northern part of India, we witness today is Som Bazaar, that is Monday market. Today is Sunny Bazaar, that is Saturday market. Today is Ravi Bazaar, Sunday market. So once in a week, the different traders come at one particular designated place, and the local people residing near to that place come to that market and purchase their weekly requirement. So these local retailers, local traders establish their shop or start establishing their shops say around 11 or 12 in the day. The market start around 2 to 4 noon, and it keeps on moving till late night 11 or 12, and again they wind up their shops and move to the another market next day. This is what market traders are. Next one is syndicate store. Now what is syndicate store? Syndicate store is simply your nearby mom and pop or unit store, but it is having certain recognition by the manufacturer or a big player, where they are saying this is one of the authorized store in your locality by company X. Now this small retailer is having a kind of association with big brand, with big organization, maybe having a certain kind of recognition where they are hanging on their wall and claiming we are part of this organization distribution channel member and recognized by the brand altogether. And they serve as a syndicate store. That's the beauty, that's the recognition, and that's possible. This is the categories which we are witnessing in a small scale retailing. Now come to large scale retailing. We are having the departmental store, we are having the chain store, we are having the hypermarket, and we are having the cooperative stores. I hope every one of these experienced by us. Departmental store, where there are different departments for different kind of products. Even in apparel shop, we may have one floor for ladies or the women clothing, then men, then kids, and something like this. So different department for different age group, different genders. That is what departmental store is. Then we have the possibility of chain store. Chain store means a kind of organized retailing. A kind of organized retailing where the standard policy, standard offerings, the standard nature of operation, and everything is somehow controlled by the head office with certain benefits which they are offering. So standardization in their retailing is part and parcel of chain store, and it is part and parcel of organized retailing. Even though organized retailing is increasing in leaps and bounds, growing, but still it's holding a small component in comparison to unorganized retailing. In fact, e-commerce is much ahead than this organized retailers, and these organized retailers are forced to come to that particular platform also. That's a separate entity, that's a separate identity. Now what is hypermarket? Hypermarket technically a place where you can get each and every item of your daily requirement. So whatever you need, you will get it, from needle to plane. You might be thinking how to get the plane. It's a funny bone. If you go into funny bone, you can get plane in the toys section. But actually hypermarket talks about offering certain elements at a best possible offers, best possible price, not to say certain, offering every element of your household requirements, day to day requirement they are selling. So hypermarket may have the vegetable and milk shop, may have the groceries, may have the apparels, may have the electronics, may have the different other possible elements which requires in a simple household. This is what hypermarket. So it may have cosmetics, it may have what you name it, they have it kind of situation with hypermarket. Next is cooperative store. Now cooperative stores are actually a kind of stores, a kind of syndicate store to say no, a kind of store where the different small manufacturer forms a cooperative, and then they have a platform to launch their stores at different places. So we have Indian coffee houses at different cities. We have even the Gandhi Ashram even controlled by the government of India, but it's a kind of cooperative store. This is an example through which you are standardizing your operation, coordinating with a small manufacturer or player. They are not able to compete individually, so you are providing a platform in a standard manner. You are opening your outlet at different places. It's possible. We have lots of example in India. So CCI, Cottage and Cooperative Cottage Industries, they are having their own stores. So all those particular possibilities present. Now come to the next stage, that is agent. So agents are having the different possibility: brokers, commission agent, carrying and forwarding agent, and auctioneers. So auctioneers who indulge into the auction and getting the commission as per the auctioned value. This is what auctioneers are doing. They are doing it with a fee. So London Auction House, one of the very famous and reputed auctioneer we are having in our mind. We are having the different kind of auctioneers present at different market. Then we are having the CNF agent who are actually handling this international trade, taking the responsibility of goods and services, taking the responsibility of getting the clearance from different authorities and accordingly make the movement of goods possible, and they are doing all this for a fee, and this is what carrying and forwarding agents are supposed to do. Then we are having the brokers and the commission agent. Now brokers and commission agent, how these two are different? Brokers and commission agent, broker and agent. Where we are finding the brokers? We are finding the brokers in real estate. We are finding the agent in our insurance sector. So what's the difference? Agents are having a special or very specific kind of affiliation with one or more organization, and they are getting their commission from that affiliation. So agents are working on behalf of the organization to make the selling possible, to do a direct selling. They are not getting any commission from the customer. Whatever selling they are making, the associated organization or the agent to which they belong to that organization provides the commission. That's all. So they are a middleman, direct selling middleman. What are brokers? Brokers are not having a very clear specific association with one organization or one more than one organization. They are serving as a freelancer, and they are getting the commission not only by the seller but the buyer also. So if you are booking a home or you are searching for rent, and if you are getting a home through a broker on rent, so landlord or the owner of that particular home will pay certain amount to broker, and the person who is shifting on rent, that person also need to pay certain amount to the broker. So they are getting commission of their service from both the parties without having a very clear cut affiliation even with any party. So traditionally we were having the brokers in the marriage market also. Yes or no? So that's possible and that's happening. And these are the different types of intermediaries which possibly every one of us experience, but we didn't think in this particular a systematic manner of understanding what exactly the different types of intermediaries are. So the summary, the final slide or the second before the end, the slide which talks about summarization of the entire learning. So channel types vary based on market goals, control preferences and logistic capacity. That's what we witness in terms of the pros and cons. Most successful brands mix channel strategically. That's what we are witnessing on the commerce, e-commerce and the hybrid channels evolution, or even the vertical and horizontal channels. Reverse and digital channels are key for modern sustainability and convenience because this is the requirement at the marketplace where the value, delivery of value with convenience is a prime factor to go for. So post session assignment, as usual, I am leaving you with one particular question, one particular statement to experience. You have to identify two brands, one using direct channel, another using indirect channel. It means just identify your last purchase which you made on e-commerce site and the other which you made through retail outlet. Now compare these two experiences in terms of their reach, control and your own experience, how you feel, how you felt when you purchased online, when you purchased from a traditional channel. Just try to evaluate, just try to find out and think in terms of your own experience. If you have further interest, read the Deloitte report, Omni-channel trends in FMCG and retail. That's what a fancy term, that's what a new emerging practice, omni-channel retailing. And we have to have understand when we talk about certain emerging practices, then we will throw light more on omni-channel. Thank you. Thank you for your trust on the course and keep learning, keep enjoying your life and learning. Thanks again.